Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 10 French Collector Heavy, the AMX M454. This is one of the best Tier 10s in the game. It's also one of the most irritating Tier 10s. In today's video, I'm going to be playing this tank, showcasing its capabilities, and sharing my opinions on the vehicle. I think a lot of people are really at a standstill with this tank because, on the one hand, it features one of the most dangerous capabilities. It's got 8 degrees of gun depression, a top speed of 45, solid frontal protection, and a turret that's nearly impossible to cut through. Not only that, but the vehicle features sandbags, which means you can have a boatload of hit points. The vehicle features a pretty solid amount of damage per minute at over 2,600, which means that it's able to fend for itself. And not only that, thing reverses at 20. There's only one problem with the AMX, but it's a big one: the accuracy. This vehicle basically features like the worst gun on a tier 10 heavy. Its alpha's nice, its pen is even decent, but it is a PCR standard paired with some of the worst aiming time and on-movement dispersion in the game. And because of that, even if you do aim properly, there's a solid 50-50 chance that any shell over about 100 meters is just going to dunk right into the dirt. And that definitely takes away from the enjoyment that you can have in this vehicle. That's not to say it's bad. It's not even remotely bad. The AMX M4 is really one of the strongest tier 10s in the game, and it can be very fun to play when it works. But when it doesn't work, it's, well, quite the opposite. So, in today's video, we're going to be giving the tank a chance. We're going to see how it plays. I'm running V-stabs instead of a refined gun, which should make it at least a little bit more enjoyable. And we're on Canyon, which is a decent map for a vehicle like this, due to the fact that we do feature 8 degrees of gun depression. So what do we have up against us? We have 4 heavies: Chieftain, E100, a Kron, and an E75. The Kron, I'm hoping, does not go mid, because that's a very, very strong Tonkaler. But we're going to head there and see what we can do. We got the FE4 202 going up. Alright. And we can see the 100, and we can definitely see that the Kron appears to be making his way towards mid. So that will be definitely a little bit of a Kringler moment. Alright, well, we have the 100 over here. Aiming, and a fire. Alright, shell does hit, and that's a 422 damage shot. Alright. Well, let's reload again. And let's see if we can get any more damage out. We got the Kron. We also have a lot of Tonky dudes. Alright, so I'm hoping that our team... Ooh, that's where the E4 is. Interesting. Okay. Well, good example of the gun there. I was trying to snap the shell just because I wasn't sure if the Kron was going to back up or not, but we can definitely see an example of where this gun can be a little bit sus. Alright, so... not exactly sure what to do yet. I'm going to move over to the E100 and get a nice shell into the rear of his tank. I'm actually going to move over towards the E100 because he just shot. And I'm going to see if I can get another shell out into him. There you go. Another nice 460. Just like that, I've been able to take off a very substantial amount of health from this player. And we're going to reload again. Sag. But, to be fair, still bled that E100 out. Pretty solid chunk, which is going to stop him from doing what he wants in that game. Alright. Ooh, look at that. Easy shell right into the enemy E75. Alright, well, so far the AMX gun has actually been doing surprisingly well. We have the Chieftain all the way in the back. Let's aim it on him. There you go. 524. You can definitely see where the alpha damage comes very handy. I mean, being able to roll somebody for 460 does mean you can get out some very dangerous slaps. So, what exactly is going on? Well, you have the U100 over here, and it looks like the Kron is obviously holding off my teammate, but because we have reactive armor on our tank, we shouldn't have to worry all too much. Let's see. Hello there, Mr. Kron, and put on my reactive. Looks like it didn't register that I put it on. A reactive armor sometimes can be rather annoying, as it doesn't register when you put on the ability sometimes, which can obviously be rather frustrating. But we got 2 shots into the enemy there. We have the Chieftain over on this flank, and we're going to aim it on that Chieftain. 3, 2, 1. There you go. 563. Now that's a juicer and a half. Okay. Well, I'm not going to use my repair kit because this tank has really, really bad modules. And you don't want to waste a repair kit when you can't really use it. So let's aim it on the Kron. 412 from a 450. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Ouija. Alright, let's put on our adrenaline and let's see if we can get the clearing shell into the... actually, yes, there you go. Easy shell into the Chieftain. Thank you for the 150 health. Alright, Kron bounces me. We're going to load in a high explosive shell and see ya. Alright, so all that's left is the E75, and we will have made our way through. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this game, actually. This is a pretty good game. And you can see where the AMX, in an enjoyable situation, feels so darn strong. We're going to aim it on the C75. There you go. Easy 386. And the E3 gets the clear. This was a 5,400 damage battle. And it was a very easy one at that. When you're using this vehicle on a ridgeline, the turret armor is nearly impossible to cut through. But it's not just the turret armor. It's the fact that the gun hits hard, it has solid DPM as I mentioned, and when you pair that with reactive armor, if you need to use it, it's really nice. I mean, you can see just how easy of a result that was. We didn't ace the tank, but we did earn 134,000 credits, which is obviously pretty good. I think that a lot of people are still angry with 4Gaming's decisions on the AMX when it comes to the alpha and the fact that it doesn't have AP standard and premium now. But I actually think the tank is still really, really good. Also, I'm going to very quickly wipe my nose. Whenever I wake up, my nose gets really, really runny. And I don't know why, but it's very annoying because sometimes I'll have to like redo the recording because my nose will start to run during a video, and nobody wants to see that. But we are, oof, I don't know what we're doing here. We have our mediums heading over to the medium side, but the problem is our heavies are not heading over to the medium side as well, which is what you need for support. Alright, well, I'm going to head right over here, up this hill, and there you go. We have the E6, nice, 417 into his tank. Not going to use my adrenaline just yet. For now, we're just going to wait. Yes, E6 gets shot again, nice, okay. And it looks like the CS is getting absolutely bled out. We have the E6 poking again, aiming, there you go. Another low roll, but I'll take it. Oh, E6 is going to poke. I got my reactive on, which lowered a shot by a little bit. Okay, and aiming. Bonk, there you go, 490. That's where the reactive feels really nice on this vehicle, because that E6 is barely even taking anything off me, obviously. Alright, and bonk. Oof, 484 into his tank. And just like that, we've bled basically a full health tier 10, 1700 of his HP, which I don't think he enjoyed very much. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to roll off to the rear of the Chieftain, load in a high explosive, and get a 617 slap. Wow, that has got to hurt you a lot, Chieftain. Alright, let's reload again. 3, 2, 1, and there you go. 424 into his vehicle. We're up to 2,800 damage already. We have done a pretty good job bleeding out our opponents. Alright, well, we have the E3 all the way in the back, and wow, there you go. That is the AMX gun. Remember I said anything past about 100 meters, you can expect this gun to suck? Well, you just had a fantastic example right there. That was a pretty damn easy shell, and I don't even know where it went, to be honest. Yeah. Now that we're starting to shoot at a little bit of distance here, this gun is not doing really anything. But, yeah, that's the problem with the AMX. It cannot be used at distance. However, because it has so many good frontline capabilities, I can't say I dislike this tank. In fact, I do rather enjoy playing in this vehicle. I think that it's pretty fun to use when you're able to work the gun properly. There you go, you can see again at close range, the gun feels pretty good. And, I don't know, we'll put on reactive just because we can. What are you doing there, T22? Well, let's back up, get a nice shot into him for 511, and there you go. Pretty good game, once again. So, I think you saw a brief snippet there of where the AMX gun kind of weirds out. I mean, we were fully aimed in on the flat side of that E3, and it completely missed. Like, that's really sad. But, to make up for that, we absolutely nuked the Chieftain with an HE for 600, we bled out the E6 right in front of me, and we still survived, did top on the team, absolutely just demolished. The AMX M4 really is one of the best tier 10s. And if you can use it properly, you can do great in it. But at the same time, its gun is very irritating and can let you down. Do I have complaints with this tank? No. I think that it's actually really good right now, and I think that if you don't like it, try it again, because it is a really good vehicle, and I would definitely keep your eyes peeled for when this vehicle gets released into the stores once again, maybe even the auctions. Hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!